What's up, guys? Swift here, covering everything Chicago Bears. Today I wanted to talk about the Montez Sweat effect. Since Montez joined the Chicago Bears, they lead the NFL in takeaways and have become a top 5 defense in the NFL. I'm not blowing smoke here. After Montez Sweat joined the Bears in Week 9, this defense has looked like a completely different unit. I made a graphic to help showcase how much Montez has affected this defense. In the first 9 games of the season without Sweat on the roster, the Bears were 2-6. The pass defense ranked 30th in the NFL, and the run defense ranked 9th. We only had 10 sacks and 9 total takeaways in 8 games. The defense was allowing a whopping 27.3 points per game and allowing 341 yards per game. Since Montez Sweat joined the team, it's an entirely different world. The Bears are 3-2 and have improved dramatically all across the board, only giving up 18.2 points per game, 272 yards a game, and we have 11 sacks and 11 takeaways in just 5 games. Montez Sweat has been the definition of a force multiplier, a guy who makes everyone else on that defensive line better. Since he joined the Bears in Week 9, they have the number 1 run defense in the entire NFL and the number 5 ranked pass defense, as well as being number 2 in the NFL in takeaways. An even crazier stat here, since Week 11, the Bears lead the NFL in takeaways, and we've had a bye week. That's just wild because most teams have played 4 games in that time span, and the Bears have only played 3, but still lead the entire league in takeaways. This entire defense has transformed since Montez Sweat got here. I do want to give a little bit of credit to Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker, who have been balling out, as well as a lot of other players on this defense stepping up, but the biggest difference has been the addition of Montez Sweat. Guys like Mike Tannenbaum and Lombardo that said this trade was a bad move is just crazy. ESPN graded this move as a D, and this is why you guys don't listen to the national media. They don't know football. They just say things for clicks. In just a small sample size, Montez Sweat has honestly been as big of an addition as Ryan Poles has made this year, right up there with DJ Moore. We also saw Big Dex, Trevon Dexter, get his first career NFL sack, but Montez also raised the level of play of other guys on the line too. Justin Jones, Yannick Ngakoue, and even Zach Pickens made some plays and nearly had a sack. Watching this defense on tape, it's clear that there is a night and day difference without Montez and with him on the roster. He's transformed not only this defensive line, but the entire defense as well. He gives the secondary more confidence and more opportunities to make plays. It's not a coincidence that we're getting turnovers at an awesome rate. Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker, Tyreek Stevenson, and Jalen Johnson have all taken their games to the next level since Montez got here. I look forward to them continuing to grow together, and I see one of the most exciting young secondaries in the NFL. Throw Terrell Smith in there as well. I did leave Eddie Jackson out on purpose. I love the dude. I've been a fan for a long time, but his days in Chicago might be numbered. Back to Montez Sweat, though, he's been exactly what this team needed. He is a stable veteran presence who's still young and entering his prime, but mature enough to let his play do the talking. He's a lot like DJ Moore in that aspect. You won't hear Montez running his mouth a lot in the media, but you will see him leading by example on the football field. Those are the kind of guys we want to build around, and Ryan Poles has really done more than most people give him credit for. I think he's actually educating our fan base. He taught a lot of people what a force multiplier is after the addition of Montez Sweat, and he's also teaching people what a real rebuild is. The majority of the national media called this a bad trade. Why trade for Montez Sweat when you're 2-6? Because Ryan Poles understands this roster and the needs better than anyone in the media, period. Not to mention, Montez is going to be a huge part of this team going forward. This trade was never just for this season, but it has helped tremendously already. This offseason, Ryan Poles pulled off two of the best trades I've witnessed as a Bears fan. Trading the #1 overall pick to the Panthers for a haul of picks and DJ Moore, and then trading a second-round pick to add an impact player like Montez Sweat. Think about it like this. Through his first 6 games, he's made as much of an impact as Khalil Mack did, and he cost us way, way less. He has completely changed the Chicago Bears defense. And now we're heading into the offseason with a really good possibility of acquiring the #1 overall pick again. Imagine if Ryan Poles can do it one more time. Fleece another team just like he did the Panthers, and turn that #1 pick into a haul of draft picks, future flexibility, and draft capital for the Chicago Bears team. People get too overhyped with one player when it comes to the draft, but Ryan Poles has shown that he loves value, and trading back and getting more picks is always the best way to go in the NFL draft. Sometimes you do have to stand your ground and take the best player on the board, but when you have opportunities like this that can change your franchise and set them up for 5 to 10 years, I've made it clear multiple times that I just absolutely love the direction that Ryan Poles is building this roster. This was just another home run, and this defense is now taking its game to another level. If they can just continue playing at this level going forward, it's going to be so fun being a Chicago Bears fan again, and I can't wait. The Panthers also lost Sunday, and the Packers lost last night. This is just a great week to be a Chicago Bear fan. As the Bears are basically in win-now mode for the rest of the season, Montez could become an even bigger factor down the stretch. This week, we have to win against the Cleveland Browns, who have one of the best defenses in the entire league. This game should be low scoring, but the Bears have another chance to prove they are legit with another statement game. Montez Sweat should be an X factor, as the Browns will be without both starting tackles for this game and for the rest of the season. After already losing right tackle Jack Conklin for the season earlier, yesterday the Browns put both of their current starting tackles on the injured reserve as well in left tackle Jedrick Willis and standout rookie right tackle DeJuan Jones. The Browns now have all of their top 3 offensive tackles on the IR and are going to be doing some major shuffling on that offensive line before Sunday's matchup against the Bears. This is a huge opportunity for Montez Sweat and company to be big-time X factors and give the Bears a chance to keep this win streak going. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Montez Sweat. If you were someone who wasn't happy with the trade right away, let me know if you've changed your mind. If not, why not? And for those who've been on board with the Montez Sweat train all along, let me get a bear down. But until next time, guys, stay tuned.